Welcome to Lucas Invests, making money simple.
Have you ever turned on the news and seen the financial anchors celebrating because the stock market just hit another all-time record high? They ring the bell, Wall Street bankers cheer, and the media tells you that the economy is absolutely booming. But then, you turn off the television. You look at your own bank account, you look at the price of groceries, and you feel a deep, terrifying disconnect. You do not feel richer. In fact, you feel like you are struggling more now than you were 5 years ago. You are experiencing the greatest macroeconomic deception of our lifetime. Welcome to the 2026 wealth illusion, also known as the silent crash. To understand how you are being manipulated, we have to expose the fundamental lie about what a stock market record high actually means. When the media tells you that the market is up, they are intentionally giving you an incomplete mathematical equation. They want you to believe that the companies are becoming inherently more valuable, and therefore the economy is thriving. But that is only half of the truth. The other half of the truth, the half that Wall Street desperately wants to keep hidden, is that the measuring stick itself is broken. The market is not necessarily going up. Instead, the currency you are using to measure the market is rapidly going down. Imagine you are measuring the height of a building with a ruler. If your ruler shrinks by 20% overnight, the building will suddenly look 20% taller the next morning. The building did not actually grow. Your tool of measurement simply lost its value. This is exactly what is happening to the global financial system right now. Governments and central banks have printed an unprecedented amount of fiat currency over the last few years, flooding the system with new money to cover massive deficit spending and national debt. This relentless money printing fundamentally dilutes the purchasing power of every single dollar sitting in your bank account. So, when the stock market hits an all-time high, it is not always a sign of a healthy, productive economy. Often, it is simply a reflection of extreme currency debasement. The numbers on the screen are getting bigger because it takes more weakened dollars to buy the exact same asset. This is the silent crash. A traditional market crash is loud and violent. Prices collapse, people panic, and everyone can see the wealth evaporating. But a silent crash is completely invisible. The nominal price of assets goes up, creating a psychological illusion of safety and prosperity, while the actual purchasing power of the middle class is quietly bled dry. This creates a devastating financial trap for the average worker. You are playing a game where the rules are secretly being rewritten against you every single day. If you are keeping your life savings in cash inside a traditional bank account, you are actively participating in your own financial destruction. The bank might pay you a microscopic 2% interest rate, while the real rate of inflation is secretly draining 5, 6, or 7% of your purchasing power annually. Your cash is not a safe haven. It is a melting block of ice. The corporate elite and the ultra-wealthy understand this mathematical reality perfectly. That is why they do not hold cash. They use their capital to buy hard assets, real estate, commodities, and equities, because they know that as the currency collapses, the nominal price of those hard assets will mathematically have to rise. They are using the stock market and private equity as a life raft to float above the flood of inflation. Meanwhile, the middle class is left drowning in a sea of devalued paper money, wondering why their wages can no longer cover basic living expenses. The system is designed to keep you trapped in a state of financial confusion. They want you to stare at the record-high stock market and feel a false sense of hope. They want you to believe that if you just work a little harder and save a few more dollars in your checking account, you will eventually catch up. But you cannot outwork a printing press. You cannot outsave a central bank that is actively destroying the purchasing power of your labor. This is the ultimate wealth transfer mechanism of the modern era. Wealth is not being destroyed. It is simply being transferred from the people who hold cash to the people who hold real assets. To escape this matrix, you must fundamentally change your relationship with money. You must convert your rapidly depreciating cash into tangible, productive assets like businesses or scarce resources. Welcome to Lucas Invests. If you are ready to stop falling for corporate traps and start building real wealth, hit subscribe, protect your capital, and see you next time.